The gateway is parting and everybody is seeing the spiritual Nigerians, the spiritual effects that has been going on in the history of the Biafran forces, which is as a result of what it is. A game change, a sidewalk, and what we are about to become. You see, getting along so fast and getting along so long is something that we have to quickly put in order, help ourselves with more effectiveness, prelude what must be given, and by so doing we get the effectiveness. So there are a wide range of what has already happened in the history of Biafra, and I must also tell you the most important ones, which is convincing and prolonging its effectiveness. What have you? So everything must be made across, and as we move forward to what is already going, we must not misunderstand. We must not enhance possibilities that is going to bring Biafra to the forward march. So, as we conceive this focus, we must be able to get along with what is happening. Now, listen to me as I said this. Nwele ntakili ife ayawatabe n'ihe na-emeketa. Nwele ntakili ife ayawatabe n'ihe na-aga. But one must constantly put ourselves in this word circle, which is liberating the effectiveness of what must be engaged. So now that they have, made it look as if the Ekpa'S or the gatekeepers or whatever that has to do with Biafra is already gone. Must help us to understand what has become. So kana ajụkwa onwe ya ajụjụ maka gịnị ife niile anyị na-ajụ onwe anyị bụ mkpodosie okwu, mkpodosie ile, ntakịrị eziokwu, and the very truth that must be preached, which is convincing ourselves that what these people are doing must be corrected. And if we don't correct it now, it will take some spiritual understanding on what has already become. If you ever find yourself reluctantly making things and talking about Biafra, please note these words of mine. The time is coming when everybody will get to see the lights at the end of the tunnel. But what truly matters, what truly matters is the biggest heritage that must be planned. We must take a big step towards what we put ourselves in the big field of what must be gotten. So, as we continue to conceive the light which has not been taken for granted, I must tell you that the time has come for a greater glory. When we say greater glory, we mean a greater glory. So whether they like it or not, the message is pure and simple. This whole thing must be taken seriously, interestingly. That's where the whole situation must begin. Because talking about Biafra is not a coincidence, and everything that is happening must be considered in a two-phase, where everything must be played across. So everything must be conservative, productive, and realistic. So let's continue to produce this whole angle. Everybody must know how to make this whole thing make sense. And when these things finally make sense, we must put ourselves together in the light of freedom. So, as this whole theory begins, everything must be made to know how feasible it has become. Because whether you like it or not, Simon Eba, Nnamdi Kanu, or Juku has started this whole journey. So finding yourself speaking about it is not a coincidence. And when I mean it's not a coincidence, it is not a coincidence. So, we are now moving towards that very circle, that very circumference, that very knowledge of what has become. Because whether I like it or not, big dreams must be produced. And we are stepping towards it. That's where the game should be. If any